Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back to another episode of Just a Fit Tip, where we give you
Just a fit tip.
just a tip
Of
about
fitness. That's it.
And where we try to debunk some fitness myths about the fitness industry and try and give you all the tips that you need to be informed, really.
That's right.
Let's get into the next one, Nevin.
This one actually makes me a little angry. All right? Makes me a little angry.
Be nice.
I don't want to be attacked for saying this.
Nice, though.
Because everything's all about peace and love and accepting everyone for how they are, and that's great. Body positivity and all that. Good for you. But there is this little push going on right now, which is completely incorrect, saying that you can be obese and healthy. You can be healthy at any size, as I believe they're saying that they use. You can be healthy at any size. No, you can't.
No, you cannot.
No, you can't.
You can't. It's called obese. Obese isn't a mean word that was made by mean people. It is a classification of health.
Yes.
And it was made by science people who do science.
All of the science. Look,
Yeah.
you can't be obese and healthy. Now, let me just say what the argument stems from, and I'll pull up the spreadsheet right here.
have a look.
Is that the argument was that you can be obese but still be metabolically fit, and that means they have normal blood pressure, normal blood markers, like their blood triglycerides are fine. Okay. They have good organ function.
Now, that is false. And where did this come from?
So there is a very, very small pocket of population of people that are obese that have good metabolic function. Okay?
When you say very, very small, what are we talking here?
I don't know. Don't know the numbers, right? Okay. But in general, what you'll find is these are younger people, right? Yeah. Just because it hasn't killed them yet. These are younger people. Very rarely are you finding someone that is 60, obese, and has good health markers when they go for medicals. Very rare.
I haven't found anyone
right.
like that.
This is definitely a very small sample size of the population. And there was a study recently done, looked at 1.3 million adults.
That's a lot of adults.
Look over here. 1.3 million adults.
That's a lot of adults.
It's a lot of adults.
It's a lot of adults.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did this look at?
It looked at people that were from normal weight ranges all the way up to obese, and it looked at all their health markers, right? And yes, while some of the obese people had relatively good metabolic markers, it found statistically proven that people of normal weight range had a much lower risk of death than people that were obese.
Yeah.
So, look, if you say, I'm obese and my blood pressure is normal, cool. That does not make you healthy.
No.
It means that you're not an immediate risk right now.
Yep.
But what was overwhelmingly obvious was that people that were obese had a significantly increased chance of cardiovascular disease.
Like increased risk, right?
Yeah, increased risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, stroke, heart attack, all these things that are killing people, right? So it makes me angry that people are like, you can be fat and fit. It's like, you can be fat and not like on the verge of dying for a while at least, you know. But it's never healthy for you.
Close to death, it doesn't mean you're healthy. This is one thing that's always bothered me as well, and it really bothered me when a little while ago, actually, I'm sure you'll remember when it exploded online, trying to glorify the whole fat shaming thing took a turn, and then people were fit shaming, and there were these big models, and I'm not talking about slightly big, I'm talking about morbidly obese. It was mainly with women online, wearing bikinis and things like that, and like forcing body positivity about that. I'm all for body positivity. I don't care how you look. People look and identify however they want. That's up to you, and if you're happy, great. The thing that bothers me is this is my job. This is my profession.
Look, pretending that it's healthy is what bothers me.
Exactly. This is my job. This is my profession. It is my job, and I do it every day. I try and help people be healthier. And when people operate under the delusion that I have to accept you, even though you are morbidly obese and morbidly unhealthy, you're going to die early. I don't care what you say. That is not a healthy thing to push on other people. It's not healthy at all. And if you're going to die early, and not only die early, have a really shit time in those years that you have. You know, like people will get all sorts of problems like we talked about, heart problems, cardiovascular problems, joint problems. There's so many associated risks with it. I have a big problem with promoting that as something that's a good thing. It is not a good thing.
Not a good thing.
And trying to teach that to young girls especially, saying it's okay to be bigger, it's not okay to be bigger. It's okay to be confident with yourself. It's okay to be confident and happy in yourself, sure. But at some point, you have to draw the line with what's healthy and unhealthy. And you'd have to be a mentally unstable or a very sick person to be morbidly obese, increase your risk of dying, reduce the amount of years that you have on this planet, and then try and tell other people that that's okay. It's not okay. And it shouldn't be promoted like that. I have a huge problem with that. It really does bug me because that's what we do every day. We want people to be healthy and happy. And you tell me that one of those women, those morbidly obese women, if they couldn't snap their fingers and drop their body fat percentage to whatever they want and then were to do that, they wouldn't be happier. You tell me that right now.
Yeah, no,
tell me that right now.
Yeah, no.
I'll cut off my left leg.
I understand that.
If that was true.
I understand that representation is important.
It is.
And unlike 20 years ago, where people are like, oh, she's impossibly skinny in all the fashion magazines and this and that. You know what? Because that promotes eating disorders and other. It's got its own issues.
Yeah.
Luckily, in recent years, the vast majority of these fitness models, again, a lot of it's unattainable, but it is healthier. Like they all have some muscle mass. They got booties on them. Like it looks better than those coat hanger models.
A lot of these models as well are starting to go online and show just normal photos of them sitting down and not have this impossible Photoshop standard
Everyone is
anymore.
photoshopped, right?
Exactly.
But just like the super skinny models is really bad because it promotes eating disorders.
It's almost the opposite end of the scale.
Super fat models the same thing. It still promotes eating disorders. You're just eating too much.
Yeah.
It's still a disorder, right?
Yeah. And we're not talking about having a little bit of extra body weight. We're talking about those larger opposite ends of the scale.
Yeah,
we're
and when
talking
you
about
see
being unhealthy.
When you see plus size models, they're modeling a size 10 and 12 and 14 as opposed to a size 4 or whatever, right? That's normal. A lot of people that are just bigger framed people, they might be at one of those sizes and not be obese or really fat people.
Yes.
I 100% understand that representation for them is fine. We're talking about pushing
obese, morbidly obese.
We're talking about pushing morbidly obese as fit because on a blood test it says that they're not diabetic yet.
Yeah,
it is
just unhealthy. It is not a healthy way to live your life.
That's right.
And if you're doing anything like smoking, you smoke. It's one of the other higher risk factors. More people in the world have died of smoking since World War II than World War II, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. So if someone was smoking and you would urge them to quit smoking because it is going to shorten their lives and increase the risk of all sorts of cancers, you do that out of love and care for people because you want them to live a healthier, better life.
Yeah.
This is the same thing. We're not doing this because we're bad people and we're not trying to make anyone feel bad. It's just unhealthy.
Right.
People to
So
be
don't push it as healthy. It's a stupid movement.
It is not healthy.
Yeah. Anyhow, that's all we have today on Just the Fit Tip. We hope you enjoyed. Please don't be offended. It's not a personal attack. It's just that being obese is never healthy.
Remember, we are fitness professionals.
Professionals.
I know it's hard to say that word.
Yeah.
Professionals. But we are. So be happy, be healthy, and stay tuned for another episode.
And like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Do that also.
And even if you're angry and disagree with us, leave me a comment because it helps the algorithm. I don't care. Right.
Let us know how you really feel. That's it.
See you guys.